The ice planet of Caraxes was not meant for human habitation. Yet here they were, forgotten colony of 300 souls, clinging to survival in prefabricated domes that groaned against the perpetual blizzards. The Galactic Council had promised supply ships, but those promises had grown as cold as the world outside. Cassian pressed his small hand against the frosted viewport, his breath creating temporary clouds on the reinforced glass. At 8 years old, he'd never known Earth, never seen the green forests or blue oceans his mother described in her bedtime stories. All he knew was white endless, suffocating white, still watching for ships. His sister Colette appeared beside him, her 13-year-old frame wrapped in 3 layers of thermal clothing. She tried to sound hopeful, but Cassian heard the tremor beneath. "Mum," said Santa, "forgot us again this year," Cassian whispered, not looking away from the swirling snow. "But I don't think Santa knows where we are." Colette's jaw tightened. Santa, Christmas. These were Earth traditions their mother clung to desperately, trying to give them some normalcy. But there would be no presents this year. No decorated tree. The colony's resources were stretched so thin that Commander Reeves had implemented rationing 2 months ago. "Come on," Colette said, pulling her brother away from the window. "Mum needs us to help sort the rations." But Cassian lingered, because something moved in the storm. Something vast. "Colette," he breathed. "Look." Through the white curtain of snow, a shape emerged, massive, serpentine. Scales glittering like captured starlight, even in the dim twilight of Caraxes. Wings that could blot out the sky folded against a body easily 50 meters long. The creature's eyes, ancient and luminous, fixed upon the colony domes. A dragon. An actual dragon. The colony alarms shrieked to life. Cassian heard his mother scream from somewhere behind him, felt Colette's arms wrap around him protectively. Through the intercom, Commander Reeves' voice crackled. "All personnel to emergency shelters. Unknown xenomorph approaching." But Cassian didn't move, because a dragon wasn't attacking. It was waiting. "I have to go outside," he said. "Are you insane?" Colette's grip tightened. "That thing will. It's lonely," Cassian interrupted, surprised by his own certainty. "Can't you see? It's like us." Before Colette could stop him, Cassian pulled free and ran toward the airlock. His sister's shouts followed him, but he didn't stop. Something in those ancient eyes called to him a recognition, a kinship that transcended species. The airlock cycled open, and the cold hit him like a physical blow. His thermal suit was second-hand, patched multiple times, but it would hold. For a while, the dragon's head lowered as Cassian approached, each step sinking into the deep snow. Up close, the creature was magnificent scales of silver and blue, each one etched with patterns that seemed to shift and flow. Frost gathered on its muzzle with each breath. "Hello," Cassian said simply. The dragon's eyes narrowed, studying him. Then, impossibly, it spoke not with words, but directly into his mind. Concepts translating into language he could understand. "Small one. Brave, small one. Why do you not flee?" "Because you're not here to hurt us," Cassian replied. "You're here because you're alone too, aren't you?" The dragon's mental voice carried centuries of sorrow. "I am the last of the Caraxian stellar serpents. Once we were many. We soared between stars, our bodies adapted to the void itself. But the universe grows cold, and my kind grew fewer. Now, only I remain. We're the last two," Cassian said softly. "Not the last humans, But the last anyone remembers, the galaxy forgot about us. Mum says even Santa forgot us. Double quotes Santa. He brings presents to good children on Christmas. At least, he's supposed to. But I think, Cassian's voice broke. I think we're too far away. Too small to matter. The dragon was silent for a long moment. Then, show me your people, small one. What happened next would become legend in the colony. Cassian led the dragon somehow, impossibly, to the main dome. Commander Reeves nearly shot him on the spot, but Colette intervened, her voice sharp and commanding beyond her years. Listen to him. Just listen. And so they did. The dragon, this ancient being who had witnessed civilizations rise and fall, heard their story. The broken promises, the dwindling supplies. The children who'd never known a real Christmas. The parents who worked themselves to exhaustion just to keep everyone alive one more day. When they finished, the dragon's eyes glowed brighter. I cannot restore what you have lost, it said, its mental voice now resonating through every human mind in the dome. But I am not without resources. My kind, we gathered many things in our long existence. Treasures, technologies, knowledge. All now mine alone. The dragon's tail swept aside snow, revealing a cavern entrance that definitely hadn't been there before. Inside, illuminated by bioluminescent crystals, lay wonders, advanced power generators, medical supplies, food synthesizers that could create nutrients from the ice itself, and technologies the Galactic Council had denied them. Why? Commander Reeves whispered. Why help us? The dragon's gaze found Cassian again. Because this small one saw me. Not as a monster, not as a resource to exploit, but as a soul in need of connection. That is the gift of humanity. You see the person within the alien, the heart within the beast. The galaxy has forgotten you, yes, but you have not forgotten how to be kind. That night, Christmas Eve, by Earth's calendar, the colony of Chirac 7 transformed. The dragon's gifts made survival not just possible, but comfortable. Children played in heated domes. Adults wept with relief as medical bays activated for the first time in months. Cassian found Colette standing beneath the dragon's wing, where the creature had coiled around the main dome like a protective guardian. Mum says Santa didn't forget us, Colette said, smiling through her tears. She says he just got lost and had to hitch a ride. The dragon's rumbling laugh echoed in their minds. Perhaps I am Santa, then. Though I had not known it until now. Cassian hugged his sister, then pressed his hand against the dragon's scales. You're not alone anymore, and neither are we. No, the dragon agreed, its voice warm with something that might have been joy. No, we are not. And on Chiraxis 7, in the farthest forgotten corner of the galaxy, a new family was born, human and dragon, remembering together what it meant to be found.